and welcome to the new season of Hola America TV on WQPT, your PBS station. Thanks for joining us as we explore the sights and sounds of the Hispanic community in Iowa and Illinois. My name is Natalie Zeroni. I'm a reporter for CBS 4 News here in the Quad Cities and also your host. We have a great show planned for you today. We have a special report about the upcoming celebration for Our Lady of Guadalupe at Centennial Hall at Augustana College. We also have an exclusive interview with Judge Norma Guzman Kozlerick, the first Latina to be sworn in as a judge in Rock Island County. We'll also bring you images from the 30th anniversary celebration of the Quad Cities Ballet Folklorico from last weekend. Also, the news briefs and the Que Pasa community calendar. That'll cover some of the current events happening in our community. So we invite you to join the conversation on our Facebook page, Hola America News, or on Twitter. There you'll find more pictures, extended interviews, and more exclusive material. And please visit our remodeled website. It has a fresh new look, and now it's updated 3 times a week, so you can keep up with what's happening in our community, both in Iowa and Illinois. Let's kick off the show with our report on Augustana College's celebration for Our Lady of Guadalupe.
Juan Diego was the messenger that Our Lady of Guadalupe picked to bring her message of hope to the bishop and asked him to build a temple in her honor.
Our next upcoming event at Augustana College is Our Lady of Guadalupe Tribute. This is an annual event that we have where we celebrate not only the Latino community, but also cultural and religious celebration. We invite all of the family in the Quad City area to join us along with the Augustana campus. This will be on Wednesday, December 10th at 6 p.m. at Centennial Hall. In the Hispanic community, the Lady of Guadalupe is an icon that represents the history of the Mexican population. It really represents a merging of the Spaniard conquest as well as the indigenous histories in the country. And so it has come to evolve as a staple of the movements of Mexico, and then it is also a symbol of the mother of the Latin American population. This year's event will be led very authentically in Spanish with simultaneous English translations. We will have a local priest come in and lead some of the more historic and religious services. We will also have a play that leads the history of the Lady of Guadalupe and its appearance to Juan Diego, an indigenous man in Mexico. We will also have traditional dancing, folkloric dancing, and pre-Hispanic or pre-Spanish dancing as well. So again, it is the merging of 2 cultures. We invite the community to come and join and either bring a rose to the altar as traditionally through the history of Lady of Guadalupe, or you can also purchase a rose at Centennial Hall. Well, we're very excited in that this celebration is an annual gathering of efforts from the Latinos Unidos student organization on campus, who's one of the largest student organizations at the institution. It is not only a collaboration from them and different departments within the institution, but also with the community. So in the community, we are building collaborative efforts with the performers, the local churches, and community members who will also lead a choir service for us. Well, the Lady of Guadalupe for me personally is definitely a mother figure. It is a symbol of support, of enlightenment, of opening paths. It is someone that is at home with us, and as we travel, as I relocated to the Quad Cities, it is someone that's always with me. I am looking forward to meeting everyone and hoping that folks come in feeling comfortable to celebrate regardless of your background and learn a little bit more of what is an icon in our Latino community.
After the show, check out more clips from last year's celebration on our YouTube channel, Hola America TV. Up next, we bring you our coverage of the 30th anniversary of the Quad Cities Ballet Folklorico last Saturday, November 29th. Here are those images.
On Saturday, November 29th, the Quad City Ballet Folklorico, the area's largest traditional Hispanic folk dance group, celebrated their 30th anniversary. The mission of the QCBF is simple and to the point. Teach the members the rich dance traditions of different states in Mexico while also instilling a strong work ethic in them.
I also want to personally thank this man right here, Arnulfo Camarillo. He was telling a story about how he started the group, and I was listening to him when we were doing the article with Hola America and Nick Cunningham, who was also a dancer. And he was telling me about when he started it, it was an event for a Mother's Day present or an event. And we were talking about, I couldn't imagine this being in this position, but he took a chance. He started this group with very little. And he went to Beatriz probably, and he said, Mija, I'm gonna start a group, a dance group. It's gonna take most of my life to do it. It's gonna take a majority of my time, and I'm not gonna get paid for it. So Arnulfo Camarillo, thank you very much for taking that chance. I think I speak for most of the students here, that, especially the alumni, that there's a lot of life skills that you get from dancing. The obvious ones like hard work, dedication, those are given, but there's a lot of hidden ones that you don't even know until later in life, like dancing in harmony with a partner, or making the line straight. That's the most simple thing, keeping your line straight. That's the same thing in life. You got to keep it straight, and that's what we try to relate to these kids throughout these generations. Is the littlest things that this man taught me, taught a lot of you guys. We're going to try to keep that going. Not just the dance steps, not just the choreography, but life skills.
For more pictures of this event, we invite you to follow us on our Facebook page, Hola America News, and join the conversation on Twitter @HATV with Natalie. Let us know what you think about our program. And don't forget to visit our newly remodeled website at www.holaamericanews.com and sign up for our weekly newsletter for updates of what's going on every week in the Hispanic community of Iowa and Illinois. There you'll find more pictures, extended interviews, and more exclusive material. And we're now on Instagram, where you will see exclusive pictures from our guests and some behind-the-scenes pictures. And if you missed any of our previous shows, you can catch them on our YouTube channel, Hola America TV. Now, let's check out the news briefs that cover some of the current events in our community from both Iowa and Illinois.
Lieutenant Governor Kim Reynolds was a keynote speaker at the 7th Annual Immigrant Entrepreneur Summit last month in Ankeny, Iowa. She welcomed the more than 730 attendees. There were 44 countries represented at the FFA Enrichment Center on the Ankeny-Des Moines Area Community College campus. Immigrant Entrepreneur Summit is an annual event launched by Community Tax Clinic, a nonprofit organization to assist minority, immigrant, and disadvantaged taxpayers who are facing economic hardship without financial resources to deal with the issues. Recognizing that immigrant business owners represent America's promise in a global economy, the Immigrant Entrepreneurship Summit aims to strengthen immigrant businesses of all backgrounds through professional resources and fostering collaboration. The 2014 Immigrant Entrepreneurs Summit's mission is to bring businesses of diverse backgrounds together to share, learn, and celebrate the immigrant entrepreneurship experience and contribution to the overall community. Production is underway on WQPT's and Fourth Wall Films' short documentary, Letters Home to Hero Street. The 30-minute film, funded in part by the Illinois Arts Council, will focus on a young Mexican-American veteran's personal view of World War II as told through the letters he sent home to his family in Silvis, Illinois. He becomes one of 8 veterans of World War II and the Korean War killed in combat from the same block-and-a-half-long neighborhood now called Hero Street, USA. Next month, Hola America TV will have an interview with the cast and filmmakers. A special free premiere screening of Letters Home to Hero Street will take place Thursday, January 15, 2015, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. at Our Lady of Guadalupe Church, 800 17th Street in Silvis, Illinois. For more information on the WQPT PBS broadcast premiere and other broadcasts and screenings, please visit our Facebook page, Hola America News. More than 300 individuals came together to celebrate the Latino community at the second annual Iowa Latino Leadership Banquet on Saturday, November 1st. 6 individuals were honored at the banquet, including a promising young Latina who was awarded a scholarship. Attendees included various members of the Latino community, elected leaders, candidates for state office, and national Latino leaders Margaret Moran, the president of National LULAC, and Brent Wilkes, the national executive director. Speakers highlighted the need for the Latino community to vote and become active members in the political process, both by running for office and ensuring their voices are heard at the polls. The Latino community once again united to show how strong we have become as a community and as a segment of the Iowa population, said Joe Enriquez Henry, president of Council 307 and state director of LULAC of Iowa. For more information, visit www.lulaciowa.org.
We invite you to join the conversation and follow us on our Facebook pages, Hola America News and Hola America Sports, or on Twitter at HATV with Natalie. Let us know what you think about our program, and if you want to see more extended interviews, visit our YouTube channel, Hola America TV. Next, we have our exclusive interview with Judge Norma Guzman Kozlerick, the first Latina to be named judge in Rock Island County. And after the show, check out more clips from this interview on our YouTube channel, Hola America TV.
Last October 16, Norma Guzman Kozlerick made history when she was sworn in as judge, thus becoming the first Latina to ever become a judge in Rock Island County. Even though she was born in Moline, she spent the first few years of her life growing up on her parents' hometown, Yuriria, in the state of Guanajuato, Mexico. Last month, she sat down with Hola America TV for an exclusive interview.
My sister right after me was born in Moline as well, and I think my dad had decided that it's the middle of the 60s, and my father decided that maybe this was not where we needed to be, and he moved us back to Mexico and to Guanajuato, a little town called Yuriria, Guanajuato, and we lived with my grandparents, and so they had una granja, which is a farm, and my grandfather raised chickens. So I remember having to go and pick eggs from the pecking chickens, to help them. And I started school in Mexico with the nuns and with one of my aunts that is my mom's youngest sister, that she and I are the same age. And I don't know the reasons why my dad decided to come back. He decided to move us back, and we moved back in, I think it was January of '69, because my youngest sister was born in February of '69, and my dad and my parents say that they moved here just in time for Jesse to be born here. My dad worked for John Deere. He ended up working for them 45 years and retired. He was here at the Harvester Works in East Moline, so he worked, assembly. He was laborer. And my mother was a banquet waitress at the Holiday Inn in Rock Island, and she probably had been there up until recently when she became ill. for at least 40 years. And so there was never a time that I thought I would not go to college because that was not an option for us. It just wasn't. And for us kids, I should say. My dad was very insistent that we go to school, and I think it was, looking back now, you know, I stop and I think about this because my parents came here knowing nobody, one friend, that's the reason my dad came, from one friend, and no family, no friends, nobody. And I know they did it to provide a better life for us. So back then, I was angry because I thought, you know, you're just being very strict and you're being this, you know, no, you can't spend the night, you know, estás loca, you know, that kind of stuff, or the Mexican customs that you can't spend the night, you know, who's gonna watch your brother? Well, not his mom, but you know, it was a clash of the way they were raised and the way us kids were trying to adapt to the culture and the customs here. Homecoming. Why do you want to go to homecoming? Well, it's a dance, and try to explain homecoming in Spanish. And so that kind of stuff. But it was never, I think, in his head, it was, we came here so that you would have us kids, would have a better life, and you're going to school.
Did you always know you wanted to be an attorney, or pursue law?
Yes, and I did, and I can't tell you specifically that there was some certain event that would lead me to say, hey, I want to be a lawyer. It was something that was just in my head all the time. I think I wanted to prove to myself that I was smart enough to go to law school. I applied to one school and one school only, the University of Iowa. And the admissions director there accepted me, and I got into they used to have an accelerated program. So I finished law school in 2 years. We purposely picked the Holiday Inn, and the reason that we purposely picked it is because, as I said, up until February of this year, she was still working there. So my mother, much like me, that is her other family, and so she wanted to see those people. She wanted, you know, you weren't there, but the waitresses were hugging her. They were hugging me because it was in part thanks to the hotel and all the people that work there that I'm right here where I am right now. Both my parents worked very hard, and my dad very long hours, and my mother usually worked Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. So they worked very, very hard, so that they didn't give us everything. I don't want to mislead and say that materially they said, oh yeah, here, you know, hand it out. It was, we had a nice home, you know, like my dad said in Spanish, nunca les faltaba de comer, and this is true. And, you know, and what they could, you know, clothes and that stuff. We went to Mexico every year in December, and so culturally they still mix that stuff. So, but they both worked. I think that's where the work ethic comes from, the four of us. And I think even now I stop and it's not, when I was in school, I think it was probably a feeling of guilt, and I felt that I had an obligation to do well in school, and because they were paying for it. Now I look back and I have a overwhelming feeling of gratitude that they did that.
We invite you to join the conversation and follow us on our Facebook page, Hola America News, or on Twitter. Let us know what you think about all the interesting subjects we've talked about today. Next up is the Que Pasa calendar. It's a community calendar where you'll find the latest cultural events for you and your family to enjoy this week. And if your organization would like us to feature their events on our Que Pasa calendar, please contact us through Facebook at Hola America News.
Radish Winter Wellness Fest. Radish is a monthly magazine dedicated to healthy living. The free Radish Winter Wellness Festival will offer an afternoon of health tips, education, local foods, and fun, all aimed at helping you maintain and improve your health and well-being throughout the cold months ahead. The festival will take place from 1 to 5 p.m. Saturday, December 6th at the newly opened Genesis Healthplex, 2140 53rd Avenue, Bettendorf. The musical Disney on Ice Worlds of Fantasy will be presented at the iWireless Center, 1201 River Drive, Moline, Thursday through Sunday, December 4th through 7th. Check out Hola America's Facebook page for a chance to win some tickets for this year's performance that includes Pixar's Cars. It's that time of the year. Join the Greater Quad Cities Hispanic Chamber of Commerce in wrapping up the year with great friends, live music, and delicious food. Celebrate the holidays with the Hispanic Chamber friends, family, and members. Thursday, December 11th, 2014. The Edge Lounge at Jumer's Casino Hotel, located on 777 Jumer Drive, Rock Island, Illinois. Event starts at 5:30 p.m. Live music from Los Mocambos. Great food, door prizes, and special guest Prestige Music. Reserve your seat today at www.gqchcc.com/holidayfiesta. The Boys and Girls Club of the Mississippi Valley is celebrating their 20th anniversary, and they are throwing a holiday ball, a black tie optional gala with dinner, music, ear candy from Chicago, dancing, and incredible auction items, perfect for holiday shopping. Special guest and speaker, Chad Progracki, founder of Living Lands and Waters and CNN's 2013 Hero of the Year. Doors open at 5:30 with a cocktail reception and opening of the silent auction. Dinner and presentations begin at 7 p.m. Music and dancing with ear candy begins at 8:30. Tickets are available by calling our admin office at 309-757-5777.
It's time to say goodbye for tonight, but we would love to hear from you, so don't forget to connect with us through our Facebook page, Hola America News, or on Twitter, at HATV with Natalie. And we're now on Instagram, where you will see exclusive pictures from our guests and even some behind the scenes pictures. And if you missed any of our previous shows, you can catch them on our YouTube channel, Hola America TV. And don't forget to tune in the first Friday of each month when we'll continue our journey of the sights and sounds of the Hispanic community here in the Midwest. Muchas gracias y buenas noches.
Triste, mamacita.